myself. My eyes can see the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. It's time to switch it up, put the hip shit on the shelf. Cause the way the real weapons be the real self. My eyes can see the glory of the coming of the left. I can't do it by myself, so I'm asking for help. Money, money, money. All you got is not wrong with being wealthy. Like Kanye West says, having money is not everything, not having it is. No, Deuteronomy 8:18 says God gives us the ability to create wealth. No, it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. You don't like money so much, why you get up and go to work? Yeah, it's not to do with about one of the things that you think you have to say. I'm just trying to leave a legacy for money. It's not everything, but when you got it, you can do some cool stuff. Now, your host for Talking Money in the Morning, financial health mentor to the working class, Mr. H Cortez.
Good morning, Black world, and welcome to Talking Money in the Morning Live with your main man, H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur and life insurance agent. Guys, it is truly an honor, privilege, and a blessing to be coming to you live and direct from the Boss Up 1000 studios here in St. Louis, Missouri. What is Boss Up 1000? My team's effort, the Black Wealth Movement, will create 1,000 business owners in the next 4 weeks. See, we have the opportunity to put you in your own financial education franchise. Why financial education? Because we need it the most. So you can start your own financial education franchise for just $9.95. You're going to learn yourself personally how to become an entrepreneur, how to minimize your taxes, how to eliminate your debt, how to fix your own credit, and how to invest. This is what you're going to learn personally. But then as a franchisee, you have those 5 solutions for everybody you know. You know people who are trying to make extra money, so you can put them on your team and they can start building wealth with us. You know people who make good money on their job, but taxes are killing them. Yeah. You got a solution for those people. You know people who are drowning in debt and looking for solutions. You have the solution as a financial education franchisee. You know tons of people trying to fix their own credit. Yep, you have a solution for those people as well. And you know people who are trying to figure out what to do with their money. You can teach them investment strategies, how to go directly to the investment bankers and get double-digit returns on their money versus dealing with the local retail banks. So start your own financial education franchise. In order to get in line, the cart opens at 11 p.m. Central, midnight Eastern. In order to get in line to be one of the first to join, I want you to inbox Boss Up 1000. Send me an inbox and just put hashtag Boss Up 1000. I know what you're talking about. Or if you want to text me, Boss Up 1000 to 314-874-6887. And here's what I'm going to do. For the first 100 people that get signed up tonight for $9.95. Let me say that again. For the first 100 people to get signed up for $9.99, you're going to get a 1-month subscription to Monetize My Life Academy for free. So get your own financial education franchise and get a month worth of branding and marketing education for free to explode that franchise throughout this holiday promotion that we're running. So do me a huge favor. If you're checking us out on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do that. And when today's show is over, do me a favor and grab the link to today's show, share it on your favorite social media timeline, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, wherever you like to share stuff, share, share, share. Same thing with you guys on Facebook. And now is the time. Go ahead and hit the share button for me, please. If you're new to the show, make sure you hit the notification button in the top right. That will get you notified every time we go live. I'm going to be live in front of you guys so freaking much because we're going to hit our goal of 1,000 bosses, and I'm going to need your help to do that. So 1,000 bosses, boss up 1,000, right? So hit the share button, please, please, please. And let's get ready to get your questions asked and answered. Free Business Coaching Fridays. Today's show is also brought to you by Monetize My Life Academy. If you already have a business and you have no interest in starting a financial education franchise, but you want to boss up for 2018 and take that business to a whole new level, then yeah, you want to join Monetize My Life Academy for $20 a month for the rest of the month. Starting January 1, the price doubles to $40 a month. So $20 a month will get you in Monetize My Life Academy, all things branding and marketing for the solopreneur to take their business to the next level and 10x their brand. All you do is go to monetizemylifeacademy.com, put in coupon code only $20, capital ONLY, all caps, $20, and it will bring the price from $97 a month down to just $20 per month. Good deal, good deal, good deal. So let me see what brands we have represented today. For those of you who are new to the show, then I just want you to know who the show is for. This show is for risers and grinders only, man. If you're ready to get up, get out, and get something, then this is your show. This show is for legacy builders. If you're trying to make sure that you're preparing and planning for 3 generations and beyond, this is your show. This is your show. On the other hand, if you're sitting back waiting on a handout, we ain't got nothing for you. A hand up, yes. A handout, no, man, you got to put the work in. You got to put the work in. All righty. So we got the Financial War Room in the building. It says I'm also an author, children's education book series. That is Myra Foster, the Prince 8 education series. That's a good book that you want to go check out. KMKLlegacy.com is in the building. My business will launch 1/1/18. Aaron at Aaron at a time. I like that. Aaron Services here in Cincinnati, assisting families and professionals with daily tasks. I like that. Much needed services. Says I need to get that $10 deal. Lakeisha, inbox me. Don't put Boss Up 1000 in the comments. I need you to inbox it to me. So just go hit the inbox and inbox it to me, or text it to me 314-874-6887, and I will get you what you need to be ready to be one of the first 100 to kick in for that. Kurt said he's launching in Atlanta this weekend. Good deal. It says I am a manicurist in Cincinnati. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me well. Manicurist in Cincinnati. That's good stuff, Tia. We need to blow people like Tia up. If I have no problem with capitalism, I have no problem with Asians cornering a market, but it's time for us to kick that door down, y'all. It's time for us to kick that door down and let Tia do your fingers and keep your nails on point. Does that make sense? There's nothing wrong with them. If they see a need and they feel it first, then they're going to have a place in the marketplace. Can't do anything about that. But let's start getting our foothold in that industry. And here's why I'm so peeved at that whole situation, because I look at my sisters, and this is no disrespect to you if you're in this situation, but I look at my sisters who went through 10, 12, 15 years of gluing fake hair in their head. And now their edges and their hair is just all messed up. And now they have no choice but to wear wigs and weaves for the rest of their life. You want to know how to dominate an industry? Create lifelong customers. See, when you put that glue in your head and it ripped out your edges and your hair is all messed up, they created a lifelong customer that now you will have to continue to buy wigs and weaves from them for the rest of your life. And some of you guys went and did that to your daughters. And some of your daughters' edges at 10, 11, 12, 13 years old, just all messed up. And now they have to, in order to overcome and deal with the shame of having messed up edges, they are wearing weaves perpetually. We got to stop that. Now, since we know that that is the problem, then let's kick in the door as a group of people. And if we're going to have some lifelong customers, then let those lifelong customers buy their weaves and their wigs from other brothers and sisters, man. More importantly, get with people like Coils by Nature and understand how to repair your natural and damaged hair, and just go that route, man. But I get it. I know why once your edges are damaged like that, then you just kind of, you know, a lot of women's esteem is tied to their hair and how they look. So I get it, but let's see if we can fix some of that stuff. And by all means, don't send your daughter down that road. Please, 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 y'all. Says, good morning, the sky's the limit. Yep, good morning. Hey, Myra, we are launching ours at midnight. Okay, good, good, midnight. Yep, Boss Up 1000. Peace and Prosperity, Park Ball and Life Mentoring is in the building out of Toledo, Ohio. It says, I am a member. Good, good. SH&H Income Tax Services is in the house. Good. Need that number again? Yes. Text Boss Up 1000 to 314-874-6887. 314-874-6887. J&E Enterprises LLC launching Project Learn and Earn 1000. I like that, J&E. Good deal, good deal. Says, I have a great way to help Tia. I can get with you, get you in front of thousands for free. Absolutely, get with Kimberly. She's an amazing business coach and will help you grow and expand your brand. SoaringMillionaires.com says, your #1 credit repair franchise headquarters. Good. I love that branding. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Listen, if you are building a business with no concentration on building a brand, you're not building a sustainable business. If you're not building a business, if you're building a business without focusing on building a brand, you're not building a sustainable business. You guys know that our brand as a team is Black Wealth Movement. Now we have a sub brand, Boss Up 1000, for the next 4 weeks. You know, my brand is a financial health mentor. See, you got to build a brand. The brand is what stands the test of time, right? Different products, different services, they come and go. But when you build a trusted brand, it doesn't matter what service and products you're offering, they trust the brand. They trust the brand. It's good morning, first time from Boston. Everybody say good morning to Girlene, first time from Boston. Yeah, get with answers. Wealth artists, empowering artists to create wealth to do their own projects. Launching Monday. Yes, I love it. I love it. Yes, you've got to build your brand. So you guys know how it goes, man. Give me your questions. If you don't have questions, we'll recap the shows. Last show, which was yesterday, we did 10 commandments of building wealth, right? Personal economy coaches in the building. Get your personal economy right, because the rest don't matter till your personal finances are right. I love that. Love, 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 love that. All right, so 10 commandments of building wealth. We talked about this on yesterday. Number 1, you have to get deeply motivated, right? And I'll just recap until you guys have questions. If you don't have questions, we just recap the week. Number 1, get deeply motivated. Money is not enough, y'all. Money can begin your motivation, but it's not going to be able to sustain your motivation, because it's very easy to rationalize why you don't have money. It's very easy to say, oh, I don't need that anyway. So it's got to be something deeper. Freedom, charity, growth, leadership. Those are 4 of the biggest and deepest whys that most successful people have. Most successful people are uber wealthy because they wanted to be great leaders in their community. Most were seeking growth spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and that drove them, and it led to financial success. Others had charity on their brand. They wanted to do more for their church, more for their community. They wanted to do more for their nonprofit organizations or what have you, and that drove them to great financial success. Freedom, though, that's my fight. We are financial freedom fighters. When you join us at midnight for $9.95, you become a financial freedom fighter. You first begin the fight for your own financial freedom. And once you secure that, you begin by helping others attain theirs. So freedom is a great, great motivator. Number 2, give more value than you take. Say, is Kimberly here? Is her brokerage company for freight or investment brokerage. Kimberly, yes, Kimberly McNeil, Kimberly is here. McNeil is on the line. So Kimberly, Nate is still looking for some information on, yep, there you go. She'll connect with you today. Give more value than you take. Key principle, man, the law of reciprocity. The law of reciprocity is real. That which a man soweth, that will he also reap. Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. The law of reciprocity, right? So give to the marketplace more than you take, and everybody's better off. Live with 100% integrity. I think that goes without saying. Be courageous. We talked about the real meaning of courage, right? It's not the absence of fear, it's in spite of fear. See, a lot of people think that people who got courage don't fear. Man, they are fearless. No, they feel the fear and they keep moving in spite of feeling the fear, right? It says, do you think Financial Freedom Coach is a good name for a new home business? I absolutely do. I absolutely do, because that's what we do, Tia. We coach people to their own financial freedom. So yes, that would be a great deal. So yes, everybody give it up for Tia. Just created her first brand for her home-based business. She is now the Financial Freedom Coach. Good deal. Good deal. Awesome. Be courageous. Let's see. Good morning, family. Investment Queen in the building. There's Tawana, Investment Queen in the building. So being courageous doesn't mean you don't feel fear. That means you feel the fear and you move in spite of the fear. That's what being courageous means. Number 5, be disciplined, man. As a youth basketball coach and trainer, I teach my children a simple definition of discipline. And it's this. Discipline is doing what you know needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like doing it or when you're tempted to do otherwise. One of my daily disciplines to start my day is I do 100 push-ups every morning. And this morning, I did not feel like doing push-ups. And I had to remember that definition. Be disciplined, Cortez. Be disciplined. What is discipline? Doing what you know needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like doing it or when you're tempted to do otherwise. I was tempted to do otherwise. I was tempted to just say, man, just go ahead and get prepared for the show. Don't worry about it. Do your push-ups after the show. And then how many of you guys know if I waited till after the show, them push-ups ain't getting done at all today? So that's a simple definition of discipline. Doing what you know needs to be done, but especially when you don't feel like doing it or when you're tempted to do otherwise. See, we all know what we need to be doing in our business, and then we get tempted to do something else and we put our business activities on the back burner. Nah. Instead of putting your business activities on the back burner, let that encourage and motivate you to get business activities done, and then you reward yourself after business activities are done to do what you were tempted to do in the first place. Right? So instead of me not doing my push-ups, I said, man, let me get them out the way now, and then I'll treat myself to some ice cream for breakfast after the show. See, don't let the temptation pull you away from doing what you need to do. Let that be the motivation. Say, okay, well, let me do these push-ups so I can earn the right. Let me get this business activity done so I can earn the right to go to the movies today. Don't say, let me go to the movies in place of doing what I need to do in my business. Does that make sense to everybody? Doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like doing it or you're tempted to do otherwise. Man, I've got some business stuff I got to do, but I also want to go see the new movie coming out today. All right. Challenge yourself to get the business stuff done and then reward yourself with the new movie after you get all your business stuff done. You guys have no questions today? That's cool. We can keep recapping. Number 6, avoid conspicuous consumption. That means hanging around people who are loose with their money. Get away from around them people. Don't hang around people who are loose with their money, because you will become like the people that you hang around the most. And before long, all your savings is gone because you start getting around those people who saying, man, why you saving and investing, man? We ain't promised tomorrow, no way. I'm trying to live, dog. And the same person trying to live got 10 kids. Tomorrow I ain't promised. I live for the day. YOLO. The same person screaming all that crap got 10 kids. And you talking about you ain't living for tomorrow. That's our problem, man. Our people are perishing for 2 reasons: lack of knowledge and lack of vision. I don't have to be here tomorrow to live every moment on this earth to do something to make sure that my children are straight. See, I'm not going to physically be here, but I'm still going to be here forever. Because I got 5 sons. That puts me on this planet forever. So I have to start preparing a forever lifestyle, not a 70, 80-year lifestyle. I have to start preparing for forever. Does that make sense? I mean, some of us got it twisted. And don't get me wrong, this is not a judgment, because I know why we got it twisted. Because we flat out sick. Nobody wants to admit it. Nobody wants to talk about it, but we're flat out sick. Black people are sick mentally, but nobody wants to talk about it. So I get why some people will say tomorrow isn't promised. Shoot, if I had 10 buddies get gunned down in the streets, I would think tomorrow isn't promised either. I would probably be doing things a little bit different. So we're sick because we're dealing with not only post-traumatic slave syndrome, but most of us are dealing with some sort of post-traumatic stress syndrome, not because of what happened 400 years ago or 100 years ago, but because of what happened yesterday, but because of what happened last week, last month, because of what happened seemed to happen every single year to me and my family. See, we're flat out sick, but we have to start talking about it. So when you hear me saying things about people, just trust and believe. There's no judgment. I'm just pointing out the facts that some people are living their lives for today, and they got kids. The moment I married my wife, or the moment I took my wife serious as someone I'm going to live the rest of my life with, she had 2 children when we got together. The moment that happened, I stopped living for me. I stopped living for today. Right? Lucretia said this is first timer, right? Good. Welcome, Lucretia, as a first timer out of Rockdale, Texas, 1 hour east of Austin. Nice. Keep reaching and teaching. May your cup runneth over. Yeah, it has no choice but to run over, because the law of reciprocity says so. The law of reciprocity says I get up every morning and I sow positive energy into the lives of thousands of people. The law of reciprocity says that my descendants are going to reap a harvest based on that forever. Well, how are your descendants going to reap a harvest based on that forever? Because what I'm doing somebody's life, their life is going to be changed. Descendants' lives are going to be changed forever. So I'm going to reap a continuous, perpetual benefit because of the seeds I'm sowing right now. You guys don't understand the laws of sowing and reaping, the law of reciprocity. Got to start making sure you're putting out more good than bad, doing more positive than negative, right? So don't hang around people who loose with their money, or you're going to be loose with your money. Hang around with people who invest their money for the future, and guess what? You're going to start saying, so you mean to tell me if I put a little money over here, my grandchildren going to inherit 7 figures? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So start hanging around people like that, and you transform your life. Number 8, build supportive environments, right? Build supportive environments. Be around people who are going to support and or help you on your journey to building wealth. See, the Black Wealth Movement has a culture of positivity. We have a culture of winning attitudes. We have a culture of support. We have a culture of fun. We have a culture of accountability. We have a culture of competitive nature, because we believe in friendly competition, right? I'm in a friendly competition for this promotion that we're running called Boss Up 1000. I'm trying to see how many of the 1000 I can personally bring on versus some people on my team like Kimberly. She's already working on some people I already know. So we're in a friendly competition, and we believe that's healthy. So the environment gets right. So make sure that you nurture your environment. I'm not an accomplished gardener, but I have a 25 by 15 greenhouse in my backyard. And I know that when the environment is right, if I know the right environment for a particular seed, I will increase my chances of yielding a harvest from that seed by creating the right environment. I now know the right environment to create to foster wealth building. So I know how to reap a harvest for the seeds that I'm sowing. Number 7 is a supportive environment. That is number 7. Build supportive environments is number 7. I kind of jumped the gun when I started talking about number 6. And number 6 was avoid conspicuous consumption. And I started talking about don't hang around people, but that's actually number 7, build a supportive environment. So we create a culture where when you plug in for $9.95, you're going to be involved in a culture, in a group of people where success is the norm. See, some of us only want to be involved in groups where my success trumps everything else. So I don't want to be in a group where everybody succeeds. No, I like to be in a group where I succeed and I can stand over everybody. If that's you, you can't join this team. We create a culture where everybody wins. And everybody is equally as proud of everybody's success. We celebrate when somebody increases their credit score 10 points. We celebrate when somebody pays off a $5 debt. We celebrate because we know that those are the little things that environment created will produce wealthy people. So control your environment. Number 8, apply leverage. Leverage. So when you join the Black Wealth Movement for $9.95, $35 a month, you get your own financial education franchise. We teach you the power of leveraging money. The reason we have a credit education program in our membership is because when you get a 750 credit score, now you get access to other people's money. Now, because we're about building generational wealth, we don't access debt to buy junk. I'm going to say that again. Because we are about building multi-generational wealth, we don't borrow money to buy junk. We use other people's money to buy assets. Right? See, because you didn't have a wealth mentality, you borrowed $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 to buy your home, a single family unit. You could have borrowed the same $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 and bought an 8-unit apartment complex. But you've been conditioned to have a poverty mindset versus a wealth mindset. Don't get me, same here. I'm in a single family dwelling. I could have borrowed the same money for this single family dwelling if I had a wealth consciousness and bought me an 8-unit apartment complex, gutted 2 of the units out and combined them so I live in one big unit and let the other 6 units get rented out to pay the mortgage off. I live comfortable because I got a super unit in an apartment, and then the other 6 tenants pay for the mortgage and the maintenance on the property. But we didn't have a wealth consciousness 10 years ago, 11 years ago, whenever we bought this house. Now we do. So I'm actually about to make a different move, right? I'm about to make a different move, and you guys are going to be witness because you guys know I share everything that I do. So I'm about to make a different move. It's going to shock some of y'all, but you know, you're going to see here very quickly in the next step that, all right, let me just get to the leverage. So leverage other people's money, leverage other people's time. What we build as a business is a network marketing opportunity. Most people can't stand network marketing, and therefore they will only make linear income the rest of their lives. Because you can't stand network marketing, you will never learn how to make leveraged income. Meaning you do 5 hours worth of work, you got 10 people on your team, they do 5 hours worth of work. Now you get paid for 55 hours worth of work, but you only did 5 yourself. See, we don't understand how to take advantage of leveraged income, but we're allowing ourselves to be leveraged every day. Who's really good at getting this leverage thing done? The person who owns your company? They probably don't even work at your company. 1,000 employees working 40 hours a week. And now they're getting paid off 40,000 hours. And you only getting paid off 40. So when someone talks to you about network marketing, you don't want to hear it. Oh man, I don't like them kind of businesses. You don't like your job either, but you go every day. Why? Because you're looking for a certain outcome called a paycheck. Well, if you say you want financial freedom, which 2 options will give you the chance to get it? You don't even have a chance to get financial freedom on a job. At least with a network marketing opportunity, there is a chance. You're gonna have to work really hard. And that's part of the problem, because a lot of people make network marketing seem really easy. No, you're gonna have to work really hard. You're gonna have to work really hard. But in network marketing, you only have to work really hard for 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 years. On your job, you have to work really hard for 40 years. So leverage other people's time, leverage systems and technology. The people who join the Black Wealth Movement and Boss Up 1000, they're going to leverage all of the systems that I create, all of the videos that I put out. They're going to be able to leverage my autoresponder, all of my connections, my YouTube. They're going to be able to leverage that stuff to build wealth for their family. Leverage other people's marketing. Again, they're going to be able to leverage the memes that I create. They're going to be able to leverage the posts that I do on social media. They're going to be able to leverage the video content and all that stuff. Other people's marketing. Leverage other people's network. We're a network right now of about 350. And we're about to 10x that in the next 4 weeks. We're going to grow from 350 to about 3,500, 4,500, 5,500. And imagine a network of people who are all conscious about fixing their finances first, but ultimately fixing up the community second. That's what we need. We need more people with consciousness for our community who've got the capital to actually do something about it. See, we got to know a lot of people who got capital, but they have no consciousness. And then we have so many of our brothers and sisters who are so uber conscious with no capital. And you can't tell them that they need a business and start generating some income. No, we need to kill the white man. Okay, let's go down that road for a minute. We need to kill the white man. This is how a lot of conscious people are thinking because they're stuck, right? They're stuck in an oppressive mindset. We need to kill. Okay, so let's go down that road. We need to kill the white man. How are we gonna do that? It's time to boss up and go to war. Okay. You need military equipment to go to war, and we don't have any capital. All wars are financed, and we don't have any capital. We're not even in position to write a check so that we can meet. Right? George Fraser says we can't even convene because we can't write a check for a big enough meeting space. All of these Black organizations have to get sponsored by white companies just to meet. But I can't tell some of my conscious brothers and sisters that, hey, yes, we got to address the school to prison pipeline. I agree with you wholeheartedly. We've got to address the prison industrial complex. You get no argument from me. Yes, white supremacy and racism is our problem. Abso-freaking-lutely. You get no argument from me. Our kids need to be learning our culture. Yes and yes. We got to stop killing each other. Black on black crime. You get no argument from me. These are all wars that need to be fought. But at the end of the day, y'all, somebody's got to be able to write a check to fight some of these battles and win some of these wars. So that's my contribution to the struggle, right? I live in St. Louis. And you guys know 3-4 years ago, Mike Brown got gunned down. And you guys saw what happened in Ferguson. And the reason you saw what happened in Ferguson and the reason that happened in Ferguson is because none of us had the ability to write a check. See, when you don't own where you live, you can't dictate who polices where you live. I'm gonna run that one back because when you don't own where you live, you can't dictate who polices where you live. And I was heartbroken. And I saw what was going on in the streets. And when I would ride through that area, ground zero, and I see the protesters and all that, you know what happened? When that happened, everybody went into Walgreens, Dollar General, Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, all these places, right? They spent all of this money on poster boards, markers, signs, teddy bears, and all. You guys see that we weren't even in position to create revenue on the things that we bought to go protest. Easily in Ferguson, in that whole situation, they spent millions of dollars on t-shirts, posters, markers, all the things that you need to make your signs and do all millions. That stuff didn't come from a Black supply chain. That stuff came from Walmart. That stuff came from Dollar General. So even in our protests, we feed the very machine that's oppressing us. And I can't talk to my conscious brothers and sisters about, hey, let's just pull back for a minute on all of the rah-rah and all that stuff. and let's just focus on an economic plan for 5 years. Let's build our wealth for 3 years. Let's get some money up. Let's get on a solid financial ground. Let's teach our people how to build wealth so they don't have to go and you know how many people were working a job who could not go protest for fear of being seen on the news and losing their job? I want y'all to think about this. We are the Black Wealth Movement. Red, black, and green all day. Do you know how many people cannot share one of my posts? Because if somebody at the job see that they shared one of my posts that says Black Wealth, they might lose their job. We've got to get our people out of that position to where it may cost them a job. If all of our people were independently wealthy and it was time to really take to the streets, we can't even really take to the streets. You know who took to the streets in St. Louis? You know who took to the streets after the Mike Brown killing and after the Darren Wilson got out? You know who took to the streets? The young folks who don't give a care about a job because they know how to hustle. So they didn't have concerns about a job. You know who couldn't take to the streets? A lot of my generation, because we're drowning in debt with mortgages. So if we lose our job, that's a threat. So we can't lose our job. You know who couldn't speak out when white folks were saying some of the dumbest stuff ever during that whole situation? People who were drowning in debt because they couldn't stand to lose their job. So they couldn't have an open conversation about how they were really feeling on the job. You know what kind of stress that adds to a Black man or a Black woman? On top of the fact that we got to put on white face when we go to the job in the first. This is supposed to be Free Business Coaching Friday. What kind of business questions y'all got, man? I don't know how I end up going down that road. Leverage income. Leverage income, right? What we were talking about, making money or something. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. We gotta change, man. And people don't like network marketing, which will give you an opportunity to be free. Same person say they don't like network marketing. If you get in their way on their way to work, they'll run you over. But they swear up and down they don't like their job. But let them be 5 minutes late. They swear up and down they don't like their job, but let them be running 5 minutes late. They'll run you over. They will run you over. So we've got to really, really look at ways that we can build wealth independently of the establishment. Because when you can do that, come on, let's look at 45, for instance. Let's look at your president, for instance. Why does he move the way he moves? Because he's independently wealthy. You think he really cares about the general public? This is probably the greatest move of capitalism of any business owner on the planet. Wait a minute. I'm a business owner, right? I'm a business owner. And because of my stance, and as a business owner and an entrepreneur, I get to run the richest country in the world for at least 4 years. And because of the power that that position wields, I get to change laws to affect how well I can become and perform in business after I leave that office. I don't think y'all understand. See, we gotta pull our feelings out of everything. See, some of y'all got your feelings in this thing, man. Get your feelings out of it and study the business move that just took place. Get out your feelings, study the business move that just took place. This man has been lobbying for certain changes in policy his entire business career. And then he says, you know what? The time is ripe right now for me to get in office and make those changes that are going to last for another 500 years. So all of my businesses, when they get passed down to my children, are going to benefit from the business move that I made in becoming president, so that I can affect and change policy that's going to benefit my billion-dollar empire. But y'all all in y'all feelings about a Republican and a Democrat, when it's the same thing, man. It's two sides of the same coin. Yeah, get the knowledge about capitalism, or you're gonna get capitalized on. Learn the game, point blank, period. And what is capitalism? Let me give y'all my simple definition of capitalism. Those who know capitalize on those who don't know. Period. That's capitalism. Those who know in this economic and political system, if you look up the definition of capitalism, it says capitalism is an economic and political system. Those who know capitalize on those who don't know. Now, let me get you out of your feelings once again and just look at the facts. Get out your feelings, because some of y'all are saying, that's what I'm talking about. These rich people are taking advantage. Get out your feelings. Those who know capitalize on those who don't know. Does that make capitalism good or evil? Capitalism is a tool. It's neutral. Is a hammer good or evil? No, but when you start dealing with things emotionally, if I hit you upside your head with a hammer, you will say the hammer is evil. The hammer ain't evil, I'm evil. Capitalism is not good. Give me an example. My dry cleaner knows something about removing stains that I don't know. Should they be allowed to capitalize on that knowledge? Is it their fault that I don't know how to remove stains? See, get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. See, we should be moved, allow emotion to move, emotion, energy, emotion. We should allow that to move us, but don't allow that to cloud your judgment. Get out your feelings. Capitalism is not good. It's not evil. It's a tool. If it's being used for evil, the person using the tool is evil, not capitalism. Now, I will give it to you. There's a lot of evil people using capitalism for evil, but you can use capitalism for good as well, right? Yeah, you can't be about your feelings and doing business. So what's your opinion on the net neutrality rules? How is that going to affect online progress? I don't really know enough about net neutrality, but I know that I'm on the right side as a business owner. See, the game is rigged, but it's fair at the same time. It's rigged that all of the rules, regulations are in favor of businesses. It's fair that anybody today for less than $50 can start a business. So while they probably will put a dent on some of the things I do, I'm just going to figure out how the game is played, and I'm going to learn how to dominate, period. See, some of you guys are going to get in your feelings and say, oh, they're gonna shut the internet down, and they're going to make it so that we can't get this knowledge and all. All right, that might be true. But while it's live and kicking and it's free for all, you better get on the internet and start downloading. Go get you 3-4 terabyte flash drives and download all of this free stuff that you need. Get out your feelings, y'all. Because when you're in your feelings, you can't think straight. Again, I go back to youth basketball coaching and mentorship. When we're in the game and my kids start to get frustrated and mad, as a coach, one of the greatest things that you can do as a coach is keep your team poised. Because as long as they stay poised, they can think clearly. But the minute frustration sets in, the minute they get angry, the minute somebody scores on them and they get in their feelings and all of a sudden they want to come and score back, they get away from our offense. And that, get out your feelings, y'all. You can't think straight in your feelings. You can't think, you just can't. You just can't think straight. Get out your feelings. So net neutrality might change some things, might create some regulations, might try to freeze out the small guy. That's why I'm trying to become a big guy. See, I'm gonna run that back because y'all didn't care. Net neutrality might in fact freeze out the small guy. And I can complain about being frozen out as a small guy, or I can do everything I can before the rules change and become a big guy. And if they want to charge $1,000 a month for unlimited access to all things internet, then I'm a big guy, I can pay $1,000 a month. That's all we're saying. Get out your feelings. Put yourself in position. Always watch the players, not the play. Telling you, man, get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. That's why we're in this situation that we're in, because it's true. We're emotional beings, man. We are spirit beings having a human experience on this planet. One of them, we are the most complicated organism on the planet. We are electrical, we are emotional, spiritual, biological. I mean, all of this stuff wrapped up into one being. And everything that is created in this world is a reverse engineering of us. I need to run that one back. Everything been created and that will ever be created comes from reverse engineering us. Everything, hydraulics, machinery, mechanics, computers, all of that stuff came from reverse engineering us. The brain, how our eyes function, everything. As above, so below. As without, so within. As within, so without. So everything came from inside, right? We talk about that a little bit sometimes. That is the fourth dimension that nobody ever talks about, right? We always talk about up, down, left, right, front, back, 3 dimensions. Up, down, 360-degree view, right? 3 dimensions. But the dimension that we never talk about is the fourth dimension, is in and out, out, in. Charles, welcome. Welcome, Charles, that first time here. We way off topic, Charles. You probably want some free business coaching, but we done went so far off the tracks, man, that I don't know where we're going this morning, man. So I apologize if you were here for free business coaching. You got a question on building your brand or something like that, you can shoot. Give us the name of your brand. But we so far, we just went so far somewhere else today. I'm sorry. Too emotionally invested into when it comes to making decisions. Yeah, that's not smart, y'all. Not smart. And it's not an easy thing to do. And I'm not sitting here saying that it's easy to not be emotional when you see some of the racist behavior and some of the systemic injustice that takes place. But this is how we change the play. Stop reacting and become proactive. See, we know, and I'm already praying for the family of the next black man that gets shot down by a racist white cop. I'm already praying. Why am I already praying? Because it's a foregone conclusion. It's a foregone conclusion. Because the system put in place says you've got to keep these people in check. And in order to keep them in check, every now and then you got to bust a cap in one of them. It's the same thing that happened 100 years ago, 200 years ago. When black people started getting and feeling themselves, they took one, usually the biggest, baddest, and the boldest, and they made an example out of them and hung them on the tree for everybody to see. That's the same thing going on with police brutality, y'all. These are intimidation tactics. And then what happens? It happens in some small podunk town. And then if that happens, then the masses are going to flood to that town. They're going to get all sorts of media attention. We're going to be buying hotel rooms. The Chick-fil-A is going to sell so many chicken biscuits because they got 100,000 people just flooded to their town to listen to the verdict or to protest. And now that town that was on the verge of bankrupt just got a shot in the arm, so to speak. And now been revitalized, so to speak. So let's stop reacting and say, okay, you guys have bamboozled us long enough. We know the real fight is economic. So we're going to disappear. And we're going to get our money right. See, it's as simple as this. We leave all the TVs on in the house. And they're all on the channels watching Housewives of Atlanta and Wendy Williams and all the junk TV. All the TVs in the house, that's what they're on. So Nielsen ratings say, man, these people are really sucking it up. But ain't nobody in front of none of those TVs. We're somewhere in the corner with some books in our hand, and we're strategizing. We're planning our economic game plan. We're planning on first helping wife escape the corporate plantation. We're helping her build and develop some business ideas, taking her expertise, her knowledge, and she's putting that on the internet. Now she's, bam, making money. So now she makes money without having to leave the house. So now because she makes money without having to leave the house, she can then partner with a couple other women and show them how to do the same thing. Now it's 5 of them who make money without having to leave the house. And because they can do that, they can now get together and bring their children out of school and homeschool the children. See, it takes strategy. It takes strategy. But when economic is not the focus of that strategy, they let you go on with your little plan. I don't care nothing about your little plan because you got all these grand plans and no money to execute none of them. So you can plan to the nth degree, but you got no money to execute. You got all of these grand plans, these nonprofit organizations, and then you're gonna go get a grant from your enemy to fight for your liberation. When is your enemy ever going to finance your liberation? I got this great idea to start this school. So we're going to start the school and we're going to start building and teaching our own school, our own kids, so they get their history, so that they get their knowledge. We can teach them entrepreneurship. We teach them math and science, but it's a nonprofit organization, which is not owned by you. Nonprofit organizations, if they're 501c3, are owned by the community. So they're not owned by you. So you got these wonderful plans, and then you're going to go get a grant from your oppressor so that you can save your children from the oppression. And then you wonder why, man, this money out here, we just ain't getting it. We ain't getting access to capital. No, you're not. You ain't gonna get access to capital. Why would I give you a loan so you can take that loan and go start a manufacturing plant and start manufacturing tanks and guns? Why would I give you a loan to do that if I'm your oppressor? See, and this just goes back to warfare. So you may not want a loan to start a manufacture, to really start manufacturing guns and tanks, but you want a loan so that you can build businesses in your community, which is equivalent to giving jobs to Black men. So now those Black men work and make an honest living, so they're not on the streets hustling and killing each other. Therefore, they don't get locked up into the slave prison industrial complex system. Why would I give you a loan to do that when I need Black bodies to fill my prisons? You guys starting to get how deep this stuff really goes, and why financial education is a final frontier for us. And that's why I can't get emotional when I know that this is the saving grace for us. So I can't get emotional when my brothers and sisters reject a financial education because it comes with a network marketing company. They just don't have the vision. So I'm on here every day painting the vision so you can see. Don't let the network marketing stuff fool you, man. Don't let that fool you. That ain't even the tip of the iceberg of what we're going to do and what we're going to do with it. So apologize, man. We didn't even recap the whole week of shows. Treat your wealth like a business is number 9. And steward your wealth is number 10. Make sure you pass it down and don't let it get stolen and eaten up by taxes and probate and all that kind of stuff, man. But appreciate you guys for listening to this rant today. I must have needed to get that off my chest for some reasons. So it felt really, really good. So I appreciate you guys listening. Monday, we're back at it, man. So again, if you want to learn more about the opportunity to partner with us in the Black Wealth Movement, you get your own financial education franchise. We're going to help you get a pay raise on your job without asking your boss by using a simple tax strategy. Then we're going to teach you how to take that pay raise and use that extra money and get yourself out of debt. And then once you're out of debt, you're going to have the money you need to start investing so you can ensure that your grandchildren inherit 7 figures. And then when we get enough people on that path, then we're going to start pooling our resources and start really rebuilding and revitalizing our communities. But you can't rebuild a community without capital. And you can't empower a community economically unless you first empower the people in that community economically. And all empowerment begins with knowledge. That's why we're trying to get you the financial knowledge you need to transform your life. So I'm H Cortez. All you got to do is inbox Boss Up 1000 to wherever you're seeing this. If you're seeing this on one of my teammates' page, inbox them Boss Up 1000, and they're going to help you get started. $9.95 will get you your own financial education franchise, and we're going to start to work on your finances first, and then we're going to teach you how to teach others. Each one, reach one, then teach one. Appreciate you guys for listening. I'm H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor to the Black community. Until I talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, each and every one of you absolutely deserves it. Peace out, y'all.